All right, guys, so ever feel like your wallet's doing more bench presses than you are?
Uh-huh.
We're diving deep into the side hustle game today, and we're focusing on gigs that play to those skills and interests a lot of men already have.
That's right.
Get ready to turn those hobbies into a payday, and maybe even discover some new ones along the way.
Yeah, what's fascinating is how many side hustles capitalize on what you might call traditionally masculine skills,
Okay,
but in a way that's evolving.
I like that.
It's not just about brute strength anymore.
Right.
It's about problem-solving resourcefulness,
Right.
even a touch of artistry.
Absolutely.
Right.
So first up, let's get our hands dirty.
Hmm.
Literally,
Okay.
handyman work.
Yeah,
It's always in demand.
it is.
Everyone's got that leaky faucet they're ignoring or shelves they can't quite hang straight.
You're right, it's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. People needing help with this stuff isn't going away anytime soon.
Right.
Plus, you can easily pull in $100 to $500 per job.
Wow.
Sometimes even more, depending on the complexity.
Okay, but what if I'm just starting out? Not exactly Bob the Builder over here.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
That's where platforms like TaskRabbit and Thumbtack come in.
Okay.
They help you build a reputation, get those first few gigs under your belt. And here's a pro tip. Once you've got a few happy customers, word of mouth is your best friend.
Ooh.
Referrals are gold in this business.
Okay, so I'm already feeling more confident, but maybe I'm less fix it and more clean it.
Okay.
What about mobile car detailing? That always seems like a cool hustle.
Smart thinking.
Yeah.
People are busy. They value convenience.
Right.
Bringing the car wash to them.
Yeah.
Especially targeting apartment complexes or office buildings where parking is a pain. That's a winning strategy.
I can practically see it now. Someone
Yeah.
coming back from a stressful day to a gleaming car, practically showroom ready.
You get it. It's about that wow factor
Yeah.
and their earning potential. Not too shabby,
Nope.
$50 to $500 per vehicle. Depending on the services you offer and how good you are, you could even specialize in high-end detailing for even bigger payouts.
All right, now for the guys who love the great outdoors,
Okay.
landscaping is not just mowing lawns anymore, right?
Definitely not.
Okay.
While regular maintenance gigs can bring $100 to $200 per month per client,
Okay.
specialized services like brush clearing can net you $200 to $400 per day.
Per day.
Per day. And here's a little secret. Think beyond homeowners.
Oh.
Target commercial properties for even higher earnings.
Oh, that's a good idea. And I bet you can even adjust with the seasons, right? Snow removal in the winter, power washing in the warmer months.
Exactly. If you're
Right.
smart about it, you can have year-round income, and if you invest in specialized equipment like a stump grinder, you can even subcontract with bigger landscaping companies, tapping into their client base.
Okay, that's a seriously smart move. All right. Moving on to something I think we can all relate to. The dread of moving day.
Oh, yeah.
No one enjoys it, which means...
Opportunity knocks. People will gladly pay to avoid the heavy lifting and hassle. You're looking at $20 to $50 per hour, sometimes more, depending on the job.
Okay, so join a moving service or go solo. What's the play?
Both have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
A service gives you instant access to clients, but takes a cut.
Right.
Solo means more freedom, but you have to hustle for those jobs.
Got it.
Pro tip.
Okay.
Network with local realtors.
Okay.
They always know who's moving and can send clients your way.
Or just hang out at U-Haul on weekends.
Yeah.
Kidding mostly. But speaking of making moves, apps like Dolly are pretty clever for finding gigs on demand.
Technology is definitely your friend in the side hustle game.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let's shift gears to something a bit more high-tech.
All right, time to unleash our inner Spielberg.
Uh-huh.
Drone photography and videography.
Yeah.
Blowing up right now.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
Aerial shots are in demand everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
From real estate to weddings to, yes, maybe even that indie film you've always dreamed of making.
Yeah. Wait, so my drone footage could end up on the big screen. That's insane.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah.
You could book individual gigs for events or build a library of stock footage to license online.
Oh, wow.
The sky's the limit, literally.
Okay, but hold on. Isn't there some kind of license you need to fly a drone for profit?
You're right. It's important to be legit.
Okay.
For any commercial work, you'll need an FAA drone license.
Okay.
Don't worry, though. It's not rocket science. There are tons of resources available to help you get certified.
Phew. Good to know. So drones are cool, but what about something a bit more down to earth?
Well, in that case, freelancing is a fantastic option, and it's not just for tech wizards, you know?
Right.
Writing, editing social media, web design.
Okay.
If you have a skill, chances are someone's willing to pay for it.
And it seems like everyone's doing it these days.
They are.
I read that something like 38% of the U.S. workforce has done some kind of freelance work.
It's a testament to the flexibility and earning potential. You can set your own hours, be your own boss, and potentially rake in serious cash.
Well-
We're talking well over $150,000 per year for some top earners.
Wow. $150,000. Okay, now I'm really listening.
Uh-huh.
But let's be real, that's got to be for the elite freelancers, right?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Those figures are definitely on the higher end.
Okay.
But the point is, the potential is there. And even if you don't hit those numbers, freelancing can still be a great way to supplement your income and build a valuable skill set.
So where do you even start with freelancing? Just shout your skills from the rooftops.
Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr are your friends.
Great.
They connect freelancers with clients all over the world.
Cool.
And the pay varies depending on your skill and the service you're offering. But hey, even if you start small, think of it as building your resume.
Okay.
It shows initiative and a willingness to learn, which future employers will love.
Okay, so we've got the handyman, the detailer, the landscaper, the mover, the drone pilot, the freelancers, or anything left.
Oh, we're just getting started. How about we spice things up a bit?
Ooh, now we're talking.
Ever considered OnlyFans?
Wait, OnlyFans? I thought that was... Yeah.
Hold on. It's not just what you think.
Okay.
While it's known for adult content, it's actually become a platform for all sorts of creators.
Oh.
Fitness, cosplay, behind-the-scenes glimpses into your work.
So if you're already creating content online, OnlyFans could be a way to monetize it and connect with a dedicated audience.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the earning potential can be substantial.
Okay.
It really depends on your niche and how you approach it. But
Yeah.
if you're comfortable putting yourself out there and engaging with your fans, it can be a lucrative option.
Okay. That's surprisingly intriguing. But for the guys who prefer creating something tangible, what about woodworking?
Sure.
There's something so satisfying about building things with your own two hands.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the market for handcrafted items is thriving.
Yeah.
Small decorative pieces, custom furniture, even restoring vintage finds, there's a buyer for everything.
And where do you even sell this stuff? Etsy? Craft fairs?
All of the above.
Wow.
Etsy is a great platform for handmade goods. eBay is always an option, and you can even set up your own website or sell through local markets and craft fairs.
So many options.
Yeah.
But I imagine the earning potential depends heavily on what you make and how much time you invest.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
A simple wooden keychain won't bring in the same cash as a handcrafted dining table.
No.
It's all about finding your niche, honing your skills, and pricing your work appropriately.
Okay, enough with the slow burn. Let's get to some quick cash options.
Sure.
What about turning those free hours into profit with the gig economy?
The world of instant gratification.
Yes.
Delivery services like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Amazon Flex are perfect for that.
Yeah.
Set your own hours, work as much or as little as you like, and get paid instantly.
Cool.
Plus, you can choose your mode of transport. Car bike, even a scooter.
And hey, you might even get some exercise in while you're at it.
That's right.
Two birds, one stone. But what about ride sharing? That seems like a classic side hustle.
It's definitely a popular one.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Okay.
The flexibility is unmatched. You're essentially your own boss. And while earnings depend on factors like driving times and promotions, there's a potential to make a decent chunk of change, especially if you strategize during peak hours or events.
And who knows, you might even pick up some interesting passengers along the way.
That's true.
Maybe even a potential client for another one of your side hustles.
Now you're thinking like a true entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's all about connecting the dots and leveraging those opportunities, speaking of which.
Hold that thought. We're about to run out of time for this part of the deep dive.
No.
We'll be right back with more awesome side hustle ideas, so don't go anywhere.
All right, so before the break, we were talking about connecting the dots and leveraging opportunities.
Exactly. And I think that's a perfect segue into our next side hustle.
Let's talk about online flipping.
Okay, flipping houses I get, but flipping online. Fill me in.
It's all about buying low and selling high, but in the digital world.
Okay.
Platforms like eBay and Facebook Marketplace are your stomping grounds. You'd be surprised what people are willing to pay for things you might consider clutter.
So I could finally get rid of those vintage action figures my mom keeps telling me to donate.
Exactly. One person's trash is another person's treasure, right? You can find hidden gems at garage sales, thrift stores, even online auctions. And here's a pro tip. Flipping items that need a little love, like furniture or electronics, can be incredibly lucrative. A little elbow grease can turn a big profit.
Okay, so you're telling me my rusty toolbox could be a gold mine? I like where this is going.
You never know. It's all about seeing the potential in things that others overlook. Now, let's shift gears a bit. Remember how we were talking about problem-solving skills earlier?
Yeah, the handyman stuff. I'm starting to feel like a regular Bob Vila over here.
Well, there's a whole world of professional services you can offer that don't necessarily involve a hammer and nails.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
Think about all the things people need help with but don't have the time, skills, or patience to do themselves. We already touched on repair services, but let's go deeper. Small engine repair, electronics troubleshooting, appliance fixing.
It's true. Everything seems to break eventually, and honestly, I'm useless when it comes to that stuff.
That's exactly the point. Not everyone is a tech whiz or a DIY guru. That's where you come in, filling that gap and providing a valuable service.
So I could actually turn my lack of technical skills into a side hustle? That's kind of ironic.
It is, isn't it? But it's also a great example of how you can leverage what you know, or in this case, what you don't know, to your advantage.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. So find something you're good at or something most people struggle with and turn it into a service.
You're catching on quickly, and remember the earning potential can vary widely depending on the complexity of the repair. You could charge a flat fee for simple fixes or an hourly rate for more involved projects.
And I imagine word of mouth is crucial for this kind of thing.
Absolutely. Building a reputation for honesty, reliability, and quality work is key. Plus, platforms like Nextdoor and Craigslist are gold mines for finding local clients.
Okay, so repair services. Check. What other professional services are we missing?
Well, in today's digital world, tech support is a huge one. People are constantly running into computer problems, struggling with new devices, or just plain overwhelmed by technology.
Oh man, tell me about it. I swear my phone has a mind of its own sometimes.
And not everyone has a tech-savvy teenager living in their basement to call for help.
Believe me, if I did, I'd be paying them handsomely.
Well, that's the beauty of offering tech support as a side hustle. You can help people troubleshoot those frustrating issues, set up new devices, install software, even provide basic training on how to use certain programs, and you can do it all remotely from the comfort of your own home.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty appealing. I might have to brush up on my tech skills, though.
There are tons of resources available online for that, and honestly, just being patient and having good communication skills can go a long way in tech support.
So I don't need to be a coding genius to do this.
Not at all. Most people just need someone who can explain things clearly and help them navigate the often confusing world of technology.
All right, so we've got repair services and tech support. What other professional services could we offer?
Think about all the tasks businesses need help with, but might not have the resources to hire full-time staff for bookkeeping, accounting, virtual assistant services, web design.
Oh, those are good ones, especially for small businesses who are just starting out and might be working with a tight budget.
Exactly. You can position yourself as a valuable resource for those businesses, offering your skills on a freelance basis. And again, platforms like Upwork and Fiverr make it easy to connect with potential clients.
Okay, so we've covered physical side hustles, creative side hustles, entrepreneurial side hustles, professional services. Is there anything we're missing?
Well, we haven't really touched on the service industry and events.
Ooh, good point.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a need for bartenders, servers, event staff, especially as we head into the holiday season.
You're right, those gigs tend to pick up this time of year, and platforms like Craigslist and the Tend app make it easy to find one-time gigs in the hospitality industry.
What I like about those gigs is that they're usually pretty flexible. You can often set your own rates and work hours that fit your schedule.
Exactly. It's a great way to earn some extra cash while meeting new people and experiencing different work environments, and who knows, you might even discover a passion for a new field. Side hustles can be gateways to unexpected opportunities.
That's so true. I think that's one of the most exciting things about exploring side hustles. You never know where it might lead you.
It's a journey of self-discovery and entrepreneurial exploration, and the best part is there's no right or wrong answer. You can try different things, see what works best for you, and evolve your side hustle over time.
I love that it's all about finding what lights you up and then figuring out how to turn that passion into profit.
You've summed it up perfectly.
Well, it looks like we've covered a ton of ground in this episode, from getting our hands dirty to diving into the digital world. It's clear that there's a side hustle out there for every guy, no matter his interests or skill.
Absolutely. And we've only scratched the surface. There are countless other side hustle ideas out there just waiting to be discovered.
That's so true. Well, we'll have to save those for another episode, but before we wrap things up,
Yeah.
so let's talk about the big question on everyone's mind when it comes to side hustles.
Okay.
How much can you actually make?
Yes. The million-dollar question, and honestly, there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Right.
Some hustles might bring in beer money.
Sure.
Others could potentially replace your full-time income,
Wow.
or even more.
Okay, so it really depends on the hustle, how much effort you put in, and I guess how good you are at it.
There's no magic formula,
Yeah.
but there are a few key factors that influence earning potential.
Okay.
First off, demand.
Okay.
Is there a strong need for what you're offering? Remember, find a need meet that need profit.
Right, like we talked about earlier with specialized landscaping services, not everyone can handle a massive tree removal.
Exactly. The higher the demand, the more you can potentially charge than their specialization.
Okay.
Are you offering something unique that sets you apart from the competition?
Like being the go-to guy for vintage electronics repair
Yeah.
or crafting custom furniture.
Precisely, the more specialized your skills, the more valuable you become. And let's not forget about marketing.
Oh, right.
How effectively are you promoting your services and reaching potential clients?
This is where having a strong online presence and those networking skills come in handy.
Right? Absolutely. In today's world, you need to be visible,
Yeah.
whether it's through social media, local community groups, or even just good old-fashioned word of mouth. You got to let people know you exist.
So even if you're the best at what you do,
Yeah.
if nobody knows about it, you're not going to make any money.
Sad but true. And remember, earning potential isn't static.
Okay.
It can fluctuate based on things like seasonality, the overall economy, and even your own growth and development.
So it's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly.
You might start small, but with hard work and dedication, you can turn that side hustle into something truly amazing.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's all about embracing that entrepreneurial spirit and never stopping learning.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from getting our hands dirty to diving into the digital world. It's clear that there's a side hustle out there for every guy, no matter his interests or skills.
Absolutely. And the best part, we've only scratched the surface.
Right.
There are countless other side hustle ideas out there just waiting to be discovered.
So here's our final thought for you guys listening. What unique skills or resources do you have that could be turned into a profitable side hustle? What's stopping you from taking that first step?
Remember, the possibilities are endless.
And as always, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into fascinating topics. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep hustling.